Just when America has reached a breaking point with division, visionary influencer Danni Benson's I'm Proud of You Sis bro movement taps into the pulse and heartbeat of a culture radically torn. But this loving mom's voice of reason and calm has received national recognition.
How do you balance having your children and always traveling with the Yankee organization?
When I became a dad, I said that I would always love like a mother.
I feel like I have to try certain things or act a different way because I know some people or some kids.
So join Danni Benson as she celebrates her special guests on her show and highlights their gifts and contributions to our world.
Hey everyone, happy holidays. I don't know, I'm just so excited. It is hump day. You know, the weekend is coming, so I love Wednesday. Shout out to all the women in the world and all the men in the world. It is December.
Just when America has reached a breaking point with division, visionary influencer Danni Benson's I'm Proud of You Sis bro movement taps into the pulse and heartbeat of a culture radically torn. But this loving mom's voice of reason and calm has received national recognition.
How do you balance having your children and always traveling with the Yankee organization?
When I became a dad, I said that I would always love like a mother.
I feel like I have to try certain things or act a different way because I know some people or some
That
kids.
can't be my
So join
favorite.
Danni Benson as she celebrates her special guests on her
I
show
thought it was okay.
and highlights their gifts and contributions to our world.
Hey everyone, my name is Danni Benson, host of I'm Proud of You Sis. Please like, share, follow, comment. You can also watch me on Cablevision on Saturdays at 9 a.m. in the New York tri-state area. So hopefully if you can't catch this show today, you will catch it on cable on Saturday at 9 a.m. I just want to say happy holidays to everyone. It is December. Hopefully everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving. I can't believe we have less than 3 weeks, maybe 3.5 weeks, and it's going to be 2023. Where has a year gone by? But I wanted to have a little fun. It's December, it's the holidays, and I just wanted to talk about dating. I don't know, like I hear so many of my friends and acquaintances is talk about dating and how it's changed tremendously. So I just want to talk to the people out there about dating. It's changed a lot. I heard social media is like a curse and a gift at the same time. You know, because I guess everyone gets to have their hands in the candy store. When I was growing up, it was either you met them, I don't know, college, high school, you know, at a club, at a bar. You know, there wasn't, there was Facebook, but I'm just so happy there wasn't the social media that there is right now. I kind of praying for my daughters that they find their love of their life because I heard it's tough out there. But I don't know. I just want to have some different perspective. I have this series called I'm Proud of You, Bro. I have Sevens Sejour here to join me to talk about dating 101 and from a man's point of view, because I didn't want to just talk about, you know, women's point of view. So I'm Danni Benson, host of I'm Proud of You Sis, and I want to have Sevens come on and let's talk about dating, Sevens.
All right. That's my
Hey. What is that? What is that echo? Is that Sevens? Is that you or is that me? Hope it's not me. Hi, everybody. I hope everyone's doing their Christmas shopping. I am actually done already. I like to do it way before everyone else starts coming to shop because I just feel like all the good stuff are around early, and I feel like as Christmas shopping and everyone's going Christmas shopping, then all the good stuff gets taken early. So I'm just about done with my Christmas shopping. So I'm hoping you don't wait the last minute, because sometimes it's not like the best gifts when you wait the last minute, even though you get the best maybe discounts. But I think the best discounts come the day after Christmas. So I'm hearing a lot of people are waiting the day after Christmas to purchase gifts because that's when they do like the really deep, 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 deep discounts. So I don't know where you're at with the Christmas shopping, but don't spend too much. I tell my kids all the time, you have everything. What else do you want? But the kids, they always find something that they want. So, hey, I have to make them merry this holiday season. But I'm still waiting for Sevens to come on to talk about dating. I have a lot of friends who says it's really tough out there, but then I'm getting like invitations to weddings still. So I guess there are people who finding their love of their life and getting married. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on out there because I just have so many friends who are either getting married or have so many friends who are still single and can't find nobody. And I'm just trying to figure out, will dating get better or will dating get worse with social media? Trying to figure that out. But I'm waiting for Mr. Sevens to come back on the show. Is Mr. Sevens coming? Hello?
We are waiting for him. He was on. Here he comes again. Okay, he's back on. I'll bring him on.
Okay. Thanks, Bobby. Hi.
All right, I do apologize. I've been having a little bit of there's a storm that came around my way, so it was causing a little bit of issues with my internet. I do apologize. So here I am. I think I'm good to go now. What's
All
going on, Danny?
right. Okay, wait. First of all, this is Sevens Sejour coming to the show, talk about dating. He is actually located in Georgia.
Georgia.
I don't want to say Atlanta,
Mhm.
because everyone always says Atlanta, Georgia, like that's the only place in Georgia, and that's not true. There's so many different cities. So he is here, but he's formerly from New York, so he got a little bit of spice in him, so he's like half a southern boy, half a northern boy. So that's why I wanted him to come on the show because he has a broad perspective in dating. So Steve, just tell me, how is dating out there?
It is it's rough. Uh, I can't use any kind of foul words on your show, so it is rough. Um,
Why is it
like I
rough?
said, I've been out of the game. Let me see, I'm 49, so I've been out of the game for 15 years. I was in a 15-year relationship. Was married for almost 13 years. So now, with that said, from what dating used to be in the past compared to what it is today, it's totally different. Like, if you will
Is it
lose you will
is
change
it
your religion.
trash? Is dating
Yeah, it's very
trash?
trash. It's very trash. It, trash would be a beautiful word for it. We'll move a little bit this way, but yeah,
Oh, this is so better. Yeah, I love it.
yeah,
I love it. This is better. I see your pretty smile. So
yeah.
at least, you know what? At least dating didn't make you look older. I
Oh
mean,
no,
the
no, no,
15-year relationship, you still have your sense of humor
no.
about it. So are you ready to go? Are you are you dating now? Are you looking forward to this dating thing and trying to find your match again?
Yeah,
Because it's
I
hard
am
out
dating.
there.
Yeah, I am dating. Uh, you know, also at the same time working on myself too. So I said I went through my divorce last year, so I'm still got a lot of work to do. But yeah, dating out here, it's not what it used to be. It's a
So tell
whole
me, explain it
different.
to me. What is it? Why is it not how it used to be?
Well, for me, a couple of things. Again, I'm no expert. I don't. I'm not a relationship expert. I can only give you my 2 cents from what
And
I've
your point of
seen.
view. So we only have you
Yeah,
on the show to
that's
talk
it.
about
That's
your
all
point
I
of
have.
view.
The women out here are, especially around my area, it's 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 all flash. There's no planning. It's everything is in the moment. Um, it's about what you have, what you drive. And again, I'm not saying that's not a good thing, but women nowadays, from what I can see, is easily will sleep with a guy based on what he has. It's crazy. Like it is bananas. You don't even have
wait,
time to.
wait a minute.
Yeah,
So
it's yeah,
let's not general. Okay, we don't want to make a general assumption. We're just talking about Seven's experience because I don't want women out here commenting, sharing like, what is he talking about? I'm not like that. So we're just let me just put a disclaimer. This is based on Seven's opinion and his experience in dating, and so we're not saying every woman is like that or every guy is like this. We're just talking about his experience. So go ahead, Seven. What were you
yeah.
gonna
My
say?
experience last year was crazy. Yeah, it was so bad that I literally took a break and went to therapy. Like literally, uh,
Whoa.
I literally stopped
First of
and went
all,
to.
I want to
It's
say,
not funny, but it's crazy.
no, therapy. Let me tell you something. I am an advocate of therapy. I feel that it should be mandatory for everyone to go and
Yeah,
speak to a therapist, just like you go check your heart, your teeth, your eyes, your
yeah,
ears. I feel like your brain is an organ. So when people talk about mental health, they think it's taboo, but I feel like your brain is an organ, and you should go get it checked out, even if you're happy and you're fine. You should still go get it checked out because we get physicals every year to check out the rest of our body, and I wonder why we don't have physicals to actually go sit with a therapist to make sure that we're okay. So I commend Steve, especially he's a guy, for him to seek therapy because he wants to heal. So when he meets that next person, or he is with that next person right now, he doesn't really want to bring the baggage from the other relationship
yeah,
that we tend to do. So therapy is fine. I thumbs up for therapy. So I'm proud of you, bro.
yeah. I'm
Proud of you.
actually still doing that right now. But yeah, I mean, this conversation when it comes to dating in 2022, 2023, and going forward or whatever, um, it's a hot mess out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's first of all, nobody's communicating. Um, and I can't only talk about the black community because I've only dated in the black community. And also I can only talk about um, I'm attracted to women, uh, so I couldn't tell you anything about any other groups, but uh, it's a hot mess. I can't even come up with the words out there. First of all, like I said, no one's communicating. Uh, so if you ask the guy, and if you ask the guy, hey, what are you looking for in any relationship? He will tell you, and and if you ask, it's almost like Charlie Brown. Like when couples are talking now, it's pretty much want, 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 want. It's pretty much it. That's the only way I can explain it.
Meaning
Um,
that you guys are listening to respond. No one's listening.
there's
What do you
no
mean?
there's no
Want, want,
list
want,
there.
want.
Yeah, because it's not really we're not there's no communication. Like there's from what I can see is like if you ask a woman, okay, what you looking for? Okay, I want to date. Okay, what's the goal? Okay, I want to get married and let's say have kids or start a family, whatever. So there is to say I want to be a wife, it's a role, right? It's almost like if you have a business, somebody said, I want to be the CFO or the CEO. It's a role. There's responsibility that comes with that role, or whatever role that you play within the company. But a lot of what I'm seeing is a lot of folks don't. We still live in a traditional type of world. It it even though it's been sort of changed in the past, I don't know, 20, 30 years, but it's still mostly traditional. So if you leave somebody say, hey, I want to get married, there's a tradition that comes with that. So there's a role and responsibility that comes with that. Unfortunately, though, and there's a really a disconnect between that position and the role and what we have today. So a lot of women would say, and yeah, I want to be a wife, but not a traditional wife. The same thing, they're asking, hey, I'm looking for a traditional husband or a guy, but they don't know what that is also. So most guys don't know what that is to be a traditional man. And so there is a huge miscommunication. So because of that, because it's so much of a miscommunication that's happening, and nobody can really understand what the other group is, the women's side is they're talking about, the men's side is talking about. So now everybody's kind of like, okay, let's just sleep with each other. Like, let's just, oh man, he has a nice car. He lives in a nice place down in Buckhead. Let's go ahead and do that. Or we could take a flight down to Miami and be in South Beach. Hey, let's go ahead and do that. So there's no value to anything anymore. When I was younger, taking a girl by Jones Beach and just talking her head out about the stars and the moon and just listening to the waves, those were
We
romantic,
used to
Yeah,
men used to be in my
yeah,
experience, men used to
yes,
be romantic.
yes.
Men used to court. I mean, well, they
Well,
court
courting is not even
me.
on. Yeah, that's not even in the
They,
vocabulary today.
I mean, like I used to. It was dinner and the movies and like getting to know you, and it was like having those long conversations on the phone and getting butterflies in your stomach,
Yeah,
and you couldn't wait to speak
and
to the
yeah, and
person
again,
again. Like
yeah,
I loved
and,
just being with the opposite
and it's
sex.
crazy. And it's crazy
I
because that's
love
another
that
thing.
feeling.
Yeah,
I
and
love that feeling.
and
Please
again,
don't tell me that's gone. Don't tell me
well,
that's gone.
good luck with that because um,
Oh no.
when you live in a society when somebody says, um, hey, some women might be going out with dudes and their past experience is like, hey, they went half on the bill. So a lot of women might be like hesitant of going out because they'll meet you and they'll be like, well, I don't have money to go out tonight. So they're not telling you that, but they are literally, uh, they're not telling you that, but they might just go ahead and, because their past experience is like, hey, I have to pay half on the bill. But that's the
Wait,
minor
wait,
thing.
wait, wait, wait. So what are you saying now when you date, you're
Well,
expected to pay half of the bill?
no,
I mean, because if you're
some,
asking me on a date, if you're asking me, then I expect you to pay because you're asking me. That means
and
I'm
again,
taking
that's
time
it.
out of my schedule to
Yes,
go sit and meet with you, and you're trying to court
yes,
me.
and that's the
So time
traditional
is
courting.
money. Time
Yes,
is
that's the
money.
traditional courting.
You're paying for my
Today,
time.
that's not the same. That's traditionally that's why it's supposed to be. Like a man, you go out, you treat your whoever you're dating. That's what it is. But what I'm saying today, you have like where things have evolved that a young men don't necessarily have to pay for the date because that's they'll say, hey, we don't know each other, whatever. We just going on a first date. Let's just do that. But the idea is again, it's what we remember as far as dating 20 years ago compared to what it is today. So if you are somebody that's been out of the dating game, um, just um, just be ready, prepare yourself first. I think going to therapy is a good way to do that. And also, I think a lot of people may be watching this or listening to this and saying, "Well, who is he talking to? What age group?" I'm 40 some years old. I don't think I would expect that. But the thing about it is, you'll be surprised what people, what women today, some of these women today, and I'm not saying all, would do in the moment of things, like in that moment. So a lot of people be like, "Oh yeah, I would never do that." Yeah. So it's one of those things where um, I, we can talk about dating. It would probably take 100 hours, and we probably wouldn't even have a dinner there. But it is all I can tell you is like it is different. Um, and the thing about it is, it's what I've seen is that a lot of women has embraced, and I mean fully embraced and mastered uh, um, men energy. So, or male energy.
Yeah, it's so weird. I feel like women well, not all women. I
Not
just feel
all,
like
not all.
the femininity is gone, and I just think it's
Yeah,
because I think what's changed is the romance is gone. the courting is gone. You know,
But
the way
that's
that you
something
were
that's
a
not bad.
woman, and the man used to come and court you is gone. So now it makes it seem like, you know, you can go after a man too. So it makes a woman become more testosterone. Like, I'm gonna go after this man, and men like the chase. Like, I don't know how it is now. Do men used to chase. That was the whole game of the dating thing, and that's why
Well,
you
there's
held
something
out,
about,
because because once you gave it in, you knew you wasn't gonna get it. So the theory was, well, my theory was, I'm gonna get his brain, right? If I get his brain, I get him to like me, then I have more of a security of him staying. If it's more about the physical part, then it's like, and everyone is just dropping it like it's hot. I just feel that, you know, what makes him stay if you didn't get the brain? Like, if you didn't get his intelligence, if you didn't get him to attach to you, you know. And I don't think the physical part attaches a man. I mean, it keeps a man interested, but I think it goes deeper than just the physical part.
well, I'm gonna tell you this. It's not about, for me, it's not just about the physical part. Like, for example, when I go out or if I'm dating, my goal is, for one thing, and I think we might say this so many times, uh, and it might not even sound like it has value anymore. Like, for me, at 49 years old, I value peace. I value peace as I value breathing or
Me
eating.
too. Oh my
So
God.
if
Peace
if
of
if
mind is
yeah, if I
nothing
can,
like no other.
yes,
You
yes,
don't understand.
if,
Like, I can sleep at night. Look how youthful I look. It's like I can sleep. I have no dark circles. I'm not stressed.
yeah,
Peace of
and that's
mind.
what it is.
Ugh.
And the thing is, again, a lot of women, like I said, the femininity is pretty much out of the game because um communication is so whacked. It's totally out of whack. Like, if you ask a young lady today and you said, um, you know, for I think for a lot of women, and this is where one of the biggest miscommunication that comes in is about what they bring in. Like, for if you talk to
What they bring to the table?
well, I didn't want to use that term when you bring to the table. This is not a kitchen. I'm talking about a relationship,
Got it.
right?
Okay.
So, a lot of time when you talk about a woman, you be like, okay, the women I've talked to, it's like their value is based on their degree, or they're working this job, or they're making this money. And again, that's what I'm saying about the role. It's like like in my business, my line of business is IT. If I talk to one of my programmers, developers about something, they will tell me, okay, this is what it is, well, what is going on. So, and this is their role, and I understand what that role is. So what I'm seeing is in the relationship, and that's what I'm talking about, different roles. A lot of the women are saying like, yeah, I want to be the head of that family, but they're not playing that position. They're playing another position that doesn't have the same amount of responsibility. As let's say if you're a CEO or CFO of a company, your job doesn't end after you don't work 9 to 5. But if you're a developer, you might work 9 to 5. If you were one of the person on the bottom, once if somebody that's in another mid-level position, their work may end at 9 to 5. But in your role as a wife, and it's about taking care of the family. It's about uh,
It's
um,
24/7.
it is
It's
a 24/7
24/7.
role, and a lot of people don't understand that. They're thinking like, I think a lot of
24/7.
yeah, I think a
Like,
lot
that's
of
why when
women are,
people want. That's why when people say they want to get married, I'm like, okay,
yeah,
why?
it is.
Why you
That's
want to get
right.
married? Tell me
That's
why.
right.
Because it is work, work, work. You
All the
are
time.
on 24/7. It
Yes,
doesn't stop. I
yes,
mean, and it's like you're trying to blend with someone. That's why I said, if it's not good by the time you get married on our wedding day, it gets worse. It
yes,
goes downhill. Like, your wedding day is like the pinnacle,
yep,
and then after the pinnacle and the high of, oh, we married, now
yep.
it's time to do the work. So then
That's
it goes
it.
like this. And I'm not going to say it's going to go like this all the time. It becomes like a roller coaster, because now it's two people trying to make their life be one. and you're not even twins, because I have twins and they're still not the same people, right? And the way you stay together is you have to work. It's a job. It's not like a fairy tale, like, you kiss Cinderella and it's over and the whole show is done. No, it's another level of work. And I tell people all the time, why do you want to get married? Not to say that they shouldn't get married, but I want to really set the expectations for them. And not every relationship is the same, but marriage is work. And if you're not willing to work,
it is.
Don't get married.
Yes, it's a lot of, and that's what I'm saying. I think we live in a society where everything is becoming a status symbol. Just like everybody's wearing a Gucci bag or Louis Vuitton this. Now getting a wedding ring is part of that status symbol. Hate to say it, but that's the reality. And once the reality sets in about, I'm married, I have this person that I'm, that's kind of my co-partner in this deal. Now everybody's like, well, that's not what I signed up for. See, I mean, if you really want to get an idea, actually in 2020 with the epidemic, it actually revealed a lot. It revealed that a lot of couples did not know each other before they were married and have families. They were living in that house and be like, who is this person? Now I have to be this.
You know what happened? Because you had an excuse because you didn't have to be in the same room for a long time.
That's right.
Like, see you later, bye. You see for a couple hours. You couldn't wait to go back to work. Oh, we got 48 hours to be in the same place, but work is on Monday. So it was always like you didn't have to really deal with this person. And then when the pandemic happened, and then they completely, it was like the biggest experiment in 2020, 2021, because it was like all of a sudden they didn't give nobody a place to go. It was like they shut. There was no clubs. You couldn't go to people's houses because you didn't want to get no germs. You were basically confined in your four walls with this other person if you had another person. And it was an experiment because a lot of marriages ended up in divorce because they didn't even know who they were without having the title, without having the job, with just staring at each other's faces, couldn't run to your friend's house, couldn't run with your boys on vacation. It was like you had to deal with whatever issue you had right there in that house. And a lot of people either talked through it and dealt with it. A lot of people was like, okay, I'm not doing this. Oh, I don't even know this person. I don't want to be with this person anymore. So this is where the work came in, because the people who made it through, both parties wanted to work at it to get the relationship that they both want out of this marriage. And sometimes one person wants to work at it and the other person doesn't. So when a marriage fails or relationship fails, I hate when you go to court and it's called irreconcilable differences, meaning like, oh, both of you guys didn't want it. No, sometimes it's just easier for the courts to just deal with, because they don't want to deal with the extras that go along with, getting divorced. They don't want to deal with the emotional stuff. So they go irreconcilable differences or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, when what's really weird with marriage is like the social media aspect, because
that's another
I think before Facebook happened, I mean, Facebook was different because Facebook was our friends. MySpace was different because MySpace was, our friends. I think Instagram just poke a hole, like bop the bubble, because now Instagram wasn't like my friends. Because I remember Facebook, if I didn't know you, I'd be like, oh, don't know you. You're not coming into my Facebook, my MySpace. But Instagram was the first time that it was open to the world. People like, oh, my name's open. I'm meeting this person. So I think that's kind of changed the dating scene, because now it wasn't about like just knowing my friends, my people, or accepting people that we know, or maybe we know through somebody else. Because you remember how Facebook does like, oh, you have 45 friends in common, so you'll like accept the person. Instagram is like, okay, the whole world is on your page. The whole world is in your DMs if you're not private. So now the candy store got bigger. And now sometimes men are home, and if they're not getting along with their wife or the significant other, they're like sitting there like, oh, I'm on my phone. Let me go talk to somebody else that wants to talk to me. And
I'll be honest with you. I think social media actually is doing the whole country, it's not the world, and then injustice. The norm is pretty much out the door. So, with that said, just to give you a crazy idea, any platform, any social media platform can be used for dating. I know a lot of people that use LinkedIn to date other people. So, and if you got your husband or you got your wife or whatever that's like, oh yeah, I'm on LinkedIn looking for a job. I know a lot of people that use and date people from LinkedIn because again, it's a way for you to connect. It's a way to see somebody's information. It's a way for you to make a phone call. Instagram, you say, hey, slide into my DM, but you can still do it. So again, I think any platform that is social media, that is online, people can use that to connect. And like you like you were saying, back in our days, you left high school, you left college, most likely if you don't have the yearbook, you're probably gonna lose. You don't forget anybody. And you're gonna pretty much forget everybody if you didn't have that yearbook. But we live in a
Oh,
society.
and until they call you for your reunion.
Yeah, reunion like 10 years down the line.
The
You'd be like,
10
holy
years,
shit.
20 years.
But today, we have an whole society that never will lose. A kid will be born, go through
Knowing all of
kindergarten.
their people,
Yes,
like knowing
from
all of, but I think
yes,
that's so cool though. I was like,
it is.
my
It is.
kids
It
will
is
never
so
really lose
cool.
their friends.
It is so cool until reality sets in, and I'm gonna tell you where reality sets in. Remember when you were in grade school, or you were in high school, or you were in college, and you had this one person that you couldn't date at the time. You were like, "Damn, I like this person." But imagine if that person is available all the time today. I can remember my seventh grade crush. I can't call it out because I can't remember her name, her first and last name. But if it was social media time, I'd be like, "Oh shit, let me just go to when I was in school. Oh shit, there she is. Click. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be in New York for a few days. What are you up to?" So
And that happens all the time.
yes, that's what I'm
That
saying.
happens all the time. Like that's why I'm praying for my babies. I'm like,
Yeah, man, it's a whole new
you know what?
world.
My babies will be married because I'm instilling the values in them. And look, I don't look. I told my look. First of all, I'm not telling my kids this fairy tale Cinderella thing that they told us because marriage is not a fairy tale; it's work. And the thing
Okay.
that's cool about this generation is once you are born in social media, it's normal to you, right? It's not normal to us because we weren't really part of that. Like, Instagram just got us like a couple of years ago. We had, do you understand what I mean? But once these Generation Z are born in social media, that's all they know. So they got to learn how to navigate it to the point that you're right. I think, a lot of women are, acting like men, I guess. Like they're going after they want, they're sliding into men's DMs, they're doing the chasing, they're doing the paying. So I think roles are reversing. Sometimes I think that men are taking a more feminine approach and women are doing the more masculine approach and like doing the chasing and stuff. So look, I don't even
Well,
want to make
well,
it
you
into
got to
a
understand
gender
that the
thing.
chasing. Well, you got to say about something about the chasing. I'm not quite sure what chasing means as far as. Okay, first of all, if I like a woman, if I like a personality, from meeting her and going on a few dates, yeah, we'll stay in contact. If you want to call that quote unquote chasing, I get it. Um, but I'm not gonna chase a headache. I'm not gonna chase 18 wheeler and say come 18 wheel
Hey,
truck and
the
say come and
chasing
hit me.
came. No, the chasing came from like, basically the animal kingdom. Like we are still mammals at the end of the day. I
True.
mean, and it came from in the animal kingdom, the males, the lions, the king, the lions, whatever, they went after the female that they wanted. I mean, I think a man is only interested if he works hard for what he wants. I feel like if he doesn't work hard for it, I think he loses interest really fast.
Yeah,
So I think
but you gotta think.
it's men's hormones, or I don't want to say hormones, but I think it's in men's DNA to
Well,
to pursue
okay.
because
Well,
that's
let
what
me tell
men.
you this though. When I refer to women, uh, and I believe both men and women has that female and male energy. But when I said most women today will reside more in that male energy, is because, like I said, the traditional role, they don't want to. There's no compromise as far as doing that. Like a woman would say, you like, yeah, I'm not gonna cook. I don't clean. I don't cook. I don't do any of that stuff. So basically, what you're telling me that expect my house to be dirty. You never. We all gonna from now on till death do us part or whatever. We're
Wait.
gonna eat
But
out.
why can't we do it together?
Oh
Like,
well,
why
that's
can't it
that's
be?
one. They
Why can't
again.
the
That's one of.
roles? Why can't the roles mend? Like, why
But
is it like? Why can't we work as a
again,
team?
again.
Why is it like
But you know what? I've done that. I've worked.
my dad used to
I've
cook.
done that. I've
My
done that.
dad
But you know
is
what? This
the
is this
best
is
cook
and,
better than my mom.
and I get it.
So
And I
my
get it.
mom cooked, but
And
my
I
dad
get
was
it.
like those days where my mom was exhausted. My dad was like, okay, let me cook for his kids too, his family too. So
And
why is it
again,
like
I get that. But listen to what I'm saying to you though. I like even me, like I said, I was in a long-term relationship. My ex didn't do all the cleaning, all the cooking. I was there doing it myself. But what's happening with this role today? Do you know one of the most valued dude today, outside of a six-figure or high-value man, if you want to call it that, is a man that could cook, literally. So that means that it's not that they're not even, you don't want to kind of collaborate in cooking and cleaning. It's that they won't do it at all. They will not do it. It's kryptonite. They don't want to touch doing the cleaning. That's what I'm saying. Like you will date somebody and literally you will say, from this point on, I'm not gonna have a home cooked meal. I'm going to be ordering DoorDash and Uber Eats for the rest of our lives. Literally, that's pretty much where we are. And again,
but that's not every but that's not every woman
I'm not
though.
saying every
I know
woman. That's
plenty of
not what
women
I'm
that knows how to
saying.
cook,
I
and
am
I
not
know plenty
saying
of women.
every woman.
Okay. So don't say
I am not
DoorDash every
saying
day.
that.
Stop.
I am not saying that. But let me tell you this though. There's a reason I think that this society has become what it is. Like I said, this could be like a longer show. I don't know how long. I know this is a short
No,
show.
we
But
actually
again, this is we cannot kind of put this in a small thing and said, hey, this is what it is. And also I don't want anybody to misunderstand me and say like, oh, I'm saying all women. That's not what I'm saying. There's a lot of really good women out there. There's a lot of women that are within their uh, uh, feminine energy, and the masculine energy will come out when they need to have that masculine energy. But when
let me
somebody
just say something.
decides,
Society, but let me
and
tell
I'm
you
going to
something.
give you, and I'm going to give you
Society
another thing
has
real quick.
pulled out the masculine energy in women because this is a different time now. We work. Do you
And
understand what
again,
I mean? It's not like we just sit at home and just take care of the kids anymore. A lot of women have to go out and work.
and
So
again,
a lot of women are taking the man's role and providing for their family or contributing to their family and still having to manage the children, cook, clean. So so society has caused the transition of women from being like more feminine to also being the CEO of their family, because now the way the economy is working right now, that it makes most people have to have two people in the household work, not just one. So society has
and
pushed that also.
again, you're right. Society has done us a disservice, not just men and women, but I think they've done a really bad disservice toward the Black culture, going back decades, hundreds of years, but not decades. Where even in the Black community, where a lot of men were incarcerated, so you had a lot of women that has to take those roles to raise their kids and to raise them to the best of their ability. And I'm not saying
Okay.
that is not
Mm-hmm.
uh, that is it's everything that's happening is happening. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna take a long time to even come close
And
to the surface on this.
and Steve, I just want to say that we could talk about this the next time you come on. We could talk about that topic. I'll note that in. I just want to say I am so proud of you, bro. I know it's hard out there, but I know you will find love again. And I know you want to get married again, so you will get married again. It's up to you. But I want to say thank you so much for everyone enjoying joining. I'm proud of you, sis. Please like, share, follow, and comment. Happy holidays to you, and see you next week. And thank you, Steve Sevens, for coming on the show. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. I'm so
My
proud of
pleasure.
you, bro.
Thanks.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Danni Benson. I'm proud of you, bro. Proud of you, sis series. Thank you. Bye.